The Reds look ready to battle off Europe's elites this coming season. Liverpool's marquee signing of the 2025 summer transfer window, Florian Wirtz, represents more than just a statement of ambition. It signals a tactical evolution under Arne Slot. Signed from Bayer Leverkusen for a reported £100 million, potentially rising to £116.5 million with bonuses, Wirtz is not only one of Europe's most creative midfielders, but a tailor-made fulcrum for Slot's dynamic system. His arrival is intended to reshape Liverpool's attacking blueprint, adding a layer of ingenuity and positional versatility that has been missing since the departure of Philippe Coutinho and the latter years of Roberto Firmino. Under Xabi Alonso at Leverkusen, Wirtz thrived in a free-roaming attacking midfield role, typically operating as a number 10 in a 3-4-2-1 system. He was the creative engine of a side that went unbeaten in all but the Europa League final. He notched 18 goals and 19 assists in all competitions. What made him stand out wasn't just his output, but his intelligence. Wirtz consistently found pockets of space, linked play between the lines, and had the composure to execute under pressure. Arne Slot values exactly those traits. His system at Liverpool is predicated on positional rotations and overloads in central zones. By introducing Wirtz into the heart of the midfield, most likely as the central figure in a 4-2-3-1, Slot can orchestrate attacking phases through a player who thrives on technical precision and fluid movement. Wirtz's ability to receive on the half-turn, evade pressure, and slide passes through defensive blocks will be central to breaking down low blocks, which have often troubled Liverpool in recent years. Moreover, Wirtz's defensive work rate fits Slot's high-intensity press. He ranks highly in pressures, interceptions, and recoveries among attacking midfielders. This two-way contribution allows Slot to press aggressively without compromising structural integrity. He's not a luxury player. He's a multi-dimensional midfielder who embodies modern efficiency and creativity. Liverpool's attack will increasingly revolve around his presence. With Mohamed Salah potentially moving into a more central, and with Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo offering width, Wirtz becomes the link between the lines. He can drive forward, combine in tight areas, and unlock space with either foot. In games where Liverpool need control and composure, he'll serve as the rhythm setter. Against more open sides, his late runs and incisive passing could be lethal. Ultimately, Liverpool didn't just sign Florian Wirtz to enhance their title defence, they signed him to define the next chapter of their identity. As Arne Slot builds a system that prizes positional intelligence, ball retention and controlled aggression, Wirtz is the ideal architect to execute that vision. His creativity will not only elevate those around him, but could well be the difference in Liverpool pushing for domestic and European dominance in 2025-26. Why Liverpool signed Wirtz? Wirtz arrives as one of Europe's most productive playmakers. Over the past 2 Bundesliga campaigns, he directly contributed to 44 goals, the highest involvement by a player under 23 across Europe's top 5 leagues, second only to Cole Palmer. In 2024 to 2025 alone, he registered 12 assists and scored 10 goals, placing him in the 99th percentile for expected assists, key passes, and progressive carries. Wirtz combines elite attacking creativity with tenacious defensive investment. He led all Bundesliga players in high turnovers per 90 minutes and recorded the most presses in the final third across Bundesliga and Champions League matches. His ability to read the game, evade pressure, and remain calm in tight spaces, evidenced by 253 chances created from open play, gives Liverpool a rare hybrid midfielder, both creator and disruptor. How Slot's system revolves around Wirtz. Slot's 4-2-3-1 base fluidly morphs into various shapes, 3-2-5 in possession and 4-4-2 or compact patterns out of it. The core principle is to create overloads, dominate the ball and press intelligently. Within this structure, the German can operate in multiple vital roles. Central number 10. Slot intends Wirtz to occupy the traditional attacking midfield role, where he thrives on pulling strings and finding teammates in half spaces, areas Liverpool often struggle to penetrate. Stan Collymore suggests this role could relieve Salah of deeper creative burdens, allowing the veteran forward to focus on goal scoring, while Wirtz commands the midfield, left half space operator. Another option is deploying Wirtz on the left, drifting inside to connect the midfield and attack while fullback Milos Kerkez provides width. This nuanced left half space role would disrupt compact defences, creating passing lanes and opening up central channels for the goal scorers. False 9 or secondary striker. In situations lacking a central striker, either by design or necessity, Wirtz has the profile to drop into a false 9 role. This offers fluid rotation and unpredictability in the forward line, mirroring Slot's adaptable front 3 philosophy. Wirtz's arrival balances Liverpool's squad and relieves creative pressure on players like Salah, Szoboszlai and Gakpo. His presence brings a different dimension from midfield, improving goal threat without relying solely on forwards. Additionally, his familiarity with Jeremy Frimpong at Leverkusen bodes well for attacking symmetry on the right, facilitating rapid 1-2 drills and overloads. Stepping into English football with a hefty price tag brings pressure. Concerns linger about his physical adaptation, especially in ground duels. He wins around 43%, and how that will translate in the Premier League's combative environment. Slot's management, his tactical freedom, and Liverpool's supportive environment will be crucial in smoothing this transition. An integral part of this transfer window and Liverpool's continuity was replacing Trent Alexander-Arnold after his departure to Real Madrid. Click here for more on this huge transfer. Jeremy Frimpong's arrival at Liverpool is more than just a marquee signing. It's the acquisition of one of the most dynamic and effective wing-backs in Europe, fresh off a historic unbeaten Bundesliga-winning season with Bayer Leverkusen. Under Xabi Alonso in 2023-24, Frimpong was a vital cog in Leverkusen's nearly invincibles, contributing 14 goals and 11 assists across all competitions as the team secured their first ever Bundesliga title while going the entire league campaign undefeated. His relentless attacking drive, coupled with elite end product and pressing energy, made him indispensable in a system built on width, pace, and positional fluidity. Frimpong operated primarily as a right wing-back in Alonso's 3-4-2-1 setup, using his explosive pace and intelligent movement to stretch defences and exploit space in behind. His performances earned him a place in the Bundesliga team of the season, and recognition as one of Europe's most dangerous transitional threats. He consistently ranked in the top 1% of fullbacks for progressive carries, touches in the opposition box, and non-penalty goals per 90 minutes, very similarly to Trent. At Liverpool, Slot will harness these strengths in a reimagined tactical structure. While Trent Alexander-Arnold has functioned as an inverted right-back, drifting into midfield to dictate play, Frimpong offers a more direct high-octane alternative. Slot's 4-2-3-1 system, which morphs into a 3-2-5 shape in possession, could accommodate both. Frimpong stretching the flank with overlapping runs and vertical penetration, while Trent takes up a more permanent hybrid midfield role, similar to how Leverkusen used Ezequiel Palacios to balance Frimpong's advanced positioning. Frimpong's arrival gives Liverpool unmatched flexibility. He can destabilise low blocks, offer an outlet in transitions, and increase goal contributions from wide areas. More importantly, his mentality, honed in a title-winning side that never tasted league defeat, brings winning pedigree to a Liverpool squad hungry to reclaim domestic dominance. And when Liverpool need to close out a win or protect a lead, Conor Bradley, a more defensively sound defender, can take his place. Milos Kerkez's move to Liverpool signals a strategic investment in youth, aggression, and positional versatility on the left flank. At just 21 years old, the Hungarian international arrives from Bournemouth with Premier League experience and a growing reputation as one of Europe's most energetic and progressive fullbacks. While his name might not carry the same immediate glamour as some of Liverpool's recent signings, Kerkez has been closely tracked by the club's recruitment department for over a year, his profile fitting perfectly into Arne Slot's dynamic high-tempo system, and is an excellent and similar replacement for Andy Robertson, one of the best left-backs the Prem has ever seen. Kerkez's strengths are clear: relentless running, aggressive ball progression, and fearless one-on-one defending. In the 2024-25 Premier League season, he ranked among the top left-backs for progressive carries, successful dribbles, and pressures per 90 minutes. What makes him especially valuable under Slot is his dual-role capability. In possession, he can either stay wide to stretch the pitch, offering overlaps and delivering cutbacks, or invert into midfield to support the build-up. This flexibility is key to Slot's system, which demands fullbacks to be both ball carriers and structural shifters. Kerkez brings a level of tenacity and intensity that mirrors the likes of Robertson in his early Liverpool years. While still raw in moments, his work rate and fearlessness in duels stand out. He doesn't shy away from high pressing, and under Slot's aggressive defensive scheme, he's expected to push high up the pitch and immediately counter-press upon turnovers, an approach that suits his instincts. What also makes Kerkez's signing significant is the competition it introduces. With Robertson now 30 and having suffered multiple injuries over the past 2 seasons, and Tsimikas often used only as a squad player, Kerkez could well become the long-term starter. In games where Slot wants explosive transitions and aggressive flank play, Kerkez is a natural fit. At international level, he's already a key figure for Hungary, showcasing leadership and maturity beyond his years. His performance in the Euro 2024 group stages, including a standout showing against Switzerland, caught the attention of scouts across Europe. It confirmed what Liverpool's analytics team already suspected. Kerkez has the potential to develop into one of Europe's elite left-backs under the right tactical guidance. In the context of Slot's Liverpool, Kerkez is a high-ceiling investment. He embodies the traits the new manager wants from his fullbacks: courage on the ball, verticality, and relentless intensity. As Liverpool transition to a more positionally fluid and ball-dominant model, Kerkez could be one of the breakout players of the 2025-26 season, bringing new dynamism to the left flank and helping Liverpool evolve tactically into a more unpredictable, multi-dimensional side. The arrival of Milos Kerkez at Liverpool doesn't just bolster the club's tactical options on the left flank, it also deepens a compelling Hungarian connection in Arne Slot's squad. With Dominik Szoboszlai already a central figure at Anfield, the addition of his international teammate Kerkez introduces a national familiarity and potential on-field synergy that could benefit both players as they look to thrive in the Premier League. With Arne Slot implementing a new 4-2-3-1 structure and the high-profile signing of Florian Wirtz, Szoboszlai's role could be about to change significantly. Wirtz is widely expected to occupy the central attacking midfield slot behind the striker and slots system. This presents a tactical dilemma and an opportunity. Rather than displace Szoboszlai, Slot may opt to redeploy him slightly deeper, as one of the two midfield pivots alongside someone like Alexis McAllister or Gravenberch, where his ball progression, stamina and pressing abilities can still shine. Alternatively, Szoboszlai could rotate with Wirtz as a number 10 in certain games, especially when Liverpool need more direct running or a goal from midfield. Wirtz can also play on the left wing if needed, with Dom playing more central if there are injuries or fatigue on the left wing. Another struggle for Dom will be to displace the outstanding and deeper duo of Liverpool's midfield. A key innovation of Arne Slot lies in the double pivot. Ryan Gravenberch and Alexis McAllister provide excellent coverage and positional discipline, shielding the defence and enabling midfield progression. This setup has significantly improved defensive solidity, with far fewer goals conceded from transitions. Meanwhile, the team's pressing has evolved into a more zonal structure. Liverpool now force opponents into predetermined channels and apply coordinated pressure, maintaining shape and minimising vulnerability. Offensively, Slot's system embraces tactical flexibility. Wingers and fullbacks create dynamic forward movements. Salah and Diaz use overlapping runs to generate width, while inverted midfielders provide numerical support in central channels. This balance was on full display in the fifth first rout of Tottenham, where Liverpool controlled transitions and outmanoeuvred the opposition. Slot's approach is not just innovative, it's adaptive. Ryan's first season at Anfield was uneven. He showed flashes of brilliance, particularly in the Europa League, but consistency, fitness and tactical discipline remained concerns. Slot, who is known for developing young players and prefers midfielders who can both press and progress the ball vertically, may provide Gravenberch the ideal platform to thrive. Gravenberch ranks well in progressive carries and dribbles per 90, indicating the raw tools are there. This could be a breakout campaign if he adapts to the structure and physical demands of Slot's midfield system. Alexis McAllister, on the other hand, has already established himself as one of Liverpool's most reliable midfielders since his £35 million move from Brighton in 2023. Calm under pressure, tactically intelligent and technically gifted, McAllister was a bright spot in Liverpool's transitional season. His composure and ball retention will be essential. With his versatility and tactical understanding, traits honed under Roberto De Zerbi, McAllister is expected to be one of the cornerstones of Slot's possession-based approach. Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool's captain and defensive linchpin, faces perhaps the most important season of his post-peak career. Now 34, Van Dijk remains a commanding presence, but the high line and intense pressing under Slot will test his pace and recovery ability. While his reading of the game is still elite, this season may define whether he can remain the leader of Liverpool's backline, or begin transitioning into a more rotational role. Mohamed Salah, Liverpool's talisman, could be entering his final season at Anfield. Despite turning 33, Salah remained Liverpool's top scorer in 2024-25, showing no real signs of decline. However, with Saudi Pro League interest still looming, this season could serve as a farewell campaign. Cody Gakpo is another player under the spotlight. Slot, familiar with Gakpo from their overlapping years in the Eredivisie, may find a more defined role for the Dutch forward. With Diogo Jota's tragic passing, Gakpo will have to step up on the left wing to increase his output. Collectively, these players form the core of a Liverpool squad in transition, blending experience, technical talent and youthful potential. Under Slot, a manager who favours intelligent pressing, compact defensive lines and structured build-up play, each will be asked to adapt and elevate. For some, like Salah and Van Dijk, the season may represent a final chapter at the highest level of Anfield. For others, like Gravenberch and the new signings, it could be the beginning of something transformative.